Hey, good evening, friends. It is Sunday night. It is 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, and this is Dennis LaRue. And I got a shout out from my friend Chris Duell last week on his radio program, and he said, hey, I'm not sure what you do. I think you're an empowerment coach. So just give me a second to let you know that I am an international executive coach, inspirational speaker, and corporate trainer with my own company, LDR, which stands for Leaders Develop Relationships. And the number one relationship you develop is with yourself first. So that is who I am. And what this is hashtag steeltoesrequired quote of the week. This is number 5. Number 5. If this is your first time here, please go back and see the other 4. And also, let me explain to you real quickly, what in the world does it mean to be hashtag steeltoesrequired? Well, I can remember speakers when they were about to share information that you needed to hear, you didn't want to hear, that was going to challenge you. It might be a little rough, that they said they were about to step on your toes. Well, in the spirit of that, that's what hashtag steeltoesrequired is all about. It's about getting you out of your comfort zone, because the difference between comfort and complacency is very little. So to get you out of your comfort zone, this is hashtag steeltoesrequired. And before I give you the quote of the week, 2 shout outs. Number 1, my mom is watching. Happy birthday, Mom. I love you. I hope you had a phenomenally awesome day. And I'm so glad you're watching this because, Mom, I got a lot of your DNA. And we like to talk, so here I am. Thank you, Mom. And another shout out, hey, Veterans Day might have been yesterday, but I'm a veteran every day. I'm retired Air Force. I spent 23 years in the service, so I want to shout out to all my fellow vets out there, whether you're Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard. I appreciate you. I love you. Thank you for your service, active duty, retired, guard, reserve, and dependents. I'll tell you what, dependents, spouses, I appreciate you more and more because you guys take care of us when we're away, and we appreciate you. All right, with that said, it's time to jump into our quote, and our quote this week comes from the late, the great, and former NCAA basketball coach. He needs no introduction in the NCAA world, but I'll introduce him here to you. This man, during his time as a coach, in a 12-year span, his teams won 10 NCAA national championships, 7 of them in a row. That has not happened since, and it won't happen, period. Nobody will ever duplicate that feat in NCAA basketball. His name is Coach John Wooden, and one of the principles that he lived by, and it's our quote for today, is this: make each day your masterpiece. I'll say it again. Make each day your masterpiece. Look at that. 5 words. That's it. 5 words. And man, pow! He's punching us right in the nose. Because how many of you actually can say that your day was a masterpiece? I mean, when I think of a masterpiece, I'm thinking, Da Vinci and Mona Lisa. That's a masterpiece. But some of us live our life like we're finger painting. There's a big difference between Mona Lisa and a finger paint. Big difference. So, what does a masterpiece look like? Because a masterpiece to you will look different to me. You choose your masterpiece. I choose my masterpiece. But what is your masterpiece? What does a day look like for you? Last week I mentioned about this thing I call the rule of 5. This is something that I learned from my mentor, John Maxwell. And the rule of 5 is critical for me defining and living out what a masterpiece day looks at. These are the 5 things that I do every single day to make my day a masterpiece. I'm going to share mine with you very briefly, but I want you to think about your rule of 5. First, you got to define what a masterpiece looks like for you, and then identify the things that you need to do every day to get there. So here's my 5. First, I write every single day. Here's my journal. I write in it just about every single day. Either I'm writing in it, I'm writing content, I'm writing curriculum, I'm writing out notes for things like tonight. I'm constantly writing and taking notes. The second thing I do is I read. I read every single day. Today, I read my Bible every day. It's sitting right here with my journal. If you'll look behind me, you'll see the bookshelf. Tons of books back there. I read religiously, constantly, because I want to feed my mind. Another thing I do is I inspire every single day. I'm doing it right now. This is my heartbeat. I love doing this, and I love inspiring people. The letter N for me is I network every single day. I network face-to-face with people in groups. I network through social media, LinkedIn, Facebook, all of those. I network every single day. I need to be around people. It's hard to inspire when you're not around people to inspire, right? Makes sense. And then I grow every single day. I want to grow in some place, in something new every single day. And when you take the first letters of each of my 5, it spells the word ring with a W, because I want to wring out every ounce of my potential so that when I die, that day comes, I'll see my master and hear him say, well done, because I want to get the very most out of what's in this body. That's my rule of 5. So what's your rule of 5? Write that down. That's a task for you this week, is define 2 tasks right off the bat right now. Let's just get them out. 1, what's a masterpiece day look like for you? Hey, Mindy! Good to see you out there, my friend. What does a masterpiece day look like to you? And then find the 5 things you need to do every single day to make it a masterpiece. That's important. And then, you know what? You know what you need more than anything else? You're the quarterback of your day. Today's Sunday. Football's going on. You're the quarterback of your day. You know what the rule of 5 is? The rule of 5 are your linemen. They're your linemen to keep out distractions and the enemy from taking you away from what you need to get accomplished every single day. So quarterback your team. Without your rule of 5, you're a quarterback with nothing but distractions in front of you. You have no focus. Get your 5, get focused, and go score the touchdown. Master your day. Now, again, masterpiece. Da Vinci. You know, success in a masterpiece is not going to happen overnight. It took Da Vinci 3 to 4 years to complete the Mona Lisa, and even then he tweaked it for another, I think, 12 after that. So that's 15, 16 years to get the final look of the masterpiece, but he knew what it looked like. He knew what it looked like. You see, I was in the military for a while, and a phrase that I heard that gets under my skin, and unfortunately I said it a few times, good enough for government work. Come on, people. It's not good enough for government work. A masterpiece, if you say good enough for government work, you're going to settle for finger painting art and a finger painting masterpiece day. But if you want a Da Vinci masterpiece, then you're going to have to take time, and you're going to have to be consistent with that time. Consistency is critical. So you got to focus. You got to be consistent. But none of that matters if you haven't defined what your masterpiece is. So, define it. What does that look like? Get it down. You see, I remember this movie called National Lampoon's Vacation. And they're at the Grand Canyon. And the wife is looking out at the beauty of the Grand Canyon, enjoying a masterpiece creation. Her husband Clark comes up and he does this. Let's go. He didn't appreciate the beauty of the masterpiece. So, define your masterpiece. It will be different from mine, but it's yours. You're the quarterback of your day. You're the quarterback of your team. Get it. And then identify a rule of 5. The 5 things you need to do each day towards making your day a masterpiece. It is really, it sounds simple. It really does. But I'm going to be honest with you. I've been working on my rule of 5 for a very long time, and it wasn't until this past August when one of my mentors, Mark Cole, said, hey, you need to get a rule of 5. And in order to make sure I got a rule of 5, he held me accountable, and then he said, send it to me when you get it, and I'm expecting it. Well, he got it. I sent it to him. He has it. So, who's holding you accountable? The quarterback needs a coach. He can't just do it on his own. He's got talent, but you need a coach. How can I help? How can I help you develop your 5? One last thing before I go. Hey, some of you have probably seen on Facebook that I'm an author. Can you believe that? I actually wrote a contributing chapter to a book. I'm a co-author with a group of my friends. I'm shocked. It's a way that I grew myself this year. Stepping out of my comfort zone and wrote something. Wrote something I think will add value to you. It's going to launch Tuesday night, 6 p.m. Eastern. Look out for it here on Facebook. It'll be on my page. It's a book about endurance. That's right. It's called Endurance. If you want to learn more, let's see. I'm trying to remember it. Here you go. The website is gothedistance.com. There's some great information out there. There'll be some information about the book, some resources to help you to become a VIP. And I would love for you to get a copy of this, because my particular chapter, I'll give you a little hint, since I'm a runner and we're talking about endurance, you can probably get an idea of where I'm going to be coming from when it comes to endurance. All right. Well, time is up. Make your day a masterpiece. Get your rule of 5. And I'll see you again this same time next week with another Steel Toe Hashtags Quote of the Week. Hey, if you need encouragement, need help with that, private message me or comment here that you'd like some work on your 5. And let's get started. Don't delay. You can't get a masterpiece until you start. Dennis LaRue saying, good night, everybody. Take care. Have a great week.